common thread among the brewers we've met this season, other than their extraordinary talent for brewing beer, is their love of music. So we couldn't help but ask what artists they listen to while they're hard at work.
When you're in the Wizard's Den, this is a question we ask all our brewers. What music are you listening to?
Oh man, I'm all over the place. I'm incredibly eclectic, and I can tell you music is an important part of the brew day. That's why my speaker system that I have in here is right on top of the water. So before I strike my water to brew, it sucks in all those good vibes, you know what I'm saying? Straight from here. And then all that good juju goes into the, yeah.
So you have a playlist in mind? Like, give us some artists.
I range anywhere from, like, lately I've been on, gosh. I'm on a Grateful Dead kick lately. Dead and Zeppelin, little old school stuff. I like to go down some John Prine, some George Jones. I'm all over the place.
Perfect.
Foo Fighters always, definitely Foo Fighters.
What are you listening to when you're making beer?
I mean, we listen to Stompbox, a lot of metal, and one of our other brewers, probably some old school punk as well.
When we were at Stompbox, I mean, your guys' music collection's on point, because I mean, I used to listen to punk, metal, a little bit of death metal, you know.
Yeah, name drop some bands when you say metal. What bands are we talking about?
Metallica a number of times, Pantera, Slayer. Matt and I went to the Slayer show at the whatever.
It's the Mark now again. So
the IY Mark.
Yeah. So
on their, which was their last tour before they retired, if that's what you want to call it.
I mean, I like Primus and all sorts of stuff. Yeah, Primus played.
I think the day we brewed, we might have been listening to some Cro-Mags.
When you're making beer, I noticed when we were back in the brew house, you had the speakers on, you had some tunes on. What kind of music are you guys listening to when you're making beer here at Gold Creek?
Sturgill Simpson.
Sturgill Simpson? Just exclusively Sturgill Simpson?
But all that genre.
Okay, right on.
Kind of alt country.
Alt country. You know, I heard somebody recently call it y'alternative.
Oh, wow. That's
yeah, I kind of dig that. All right, Sturgill Simpson.
Taylor Swift, too.
Taylor Swift! Oh!
That was probably...
Something of a Swiftie, are you?
Massive.
Okay, like older stuff, newer stuff?
All of it.
All of it.
I celebrate the entire catalog.
The whole catalog, that's awesome. Okay. We have found, in doing the course of this show, that music is an integral part of a lot of brewers' process.
Oh, yeah.
So we love to ask brewers, what music are you listening to when you're back there making the beer? What's the playlist look like?
I think we like to listen to a lot of funk while we're brewing. And then when we're cleaning at the end, we listen to thrash metal.
Nice!
So, I mean, it's just kind of, we just crank it up and it gets us going. You know, you're kind of tired at the end of the brew day. So it just kind of depends on our mood, but yeah, mostly kind of funk music and then thrash metal.
Funk and thrash metal. Never had that answer before. When you're down in the root cellar and you're brewing, are you listening to music?
Yeah, always.
Give us a playlist. Like, who are the artists that you listen to?
All over the place. Dave Matthews, Tyler Childers, Sean James.
So does it depend on the style of beer that you're making? Like, does Dave Matthews lend himself more to a IPA or the amber, or is it just how you're feeling?
I would say indirectly it does. So the beers I make are kind of seasonal. I have a lot of seasonal beers, and then I listen to different music during different seasons. So
I'm guessing something that was like really hop forward, especially if it was like really danky. Maybe Dave would work for that.
Oh yeah, yep.
If you
this would be a Dave beer.
No, like this is, and like a very specific part of Dave Matthews. Like, this is like before the crowded streets. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, this is later stage. I wouldn't say this is Under the Table and Dreaming.
Yeah.
It's dynamite stuff. The tunes that you're listening to when you're making these incredible beers.
Sure.
What's a playlist like back there when you're making the beer?
Aaron and I both like kind of bluegrass. We do a lot of Tyler Childers and Zach Bryan. kind of just stuff that is a little bit more calming and relaxed. Things can get hectic back there.
Right.
And
so when you're at an 11, it
just takes you down a little bit. Yeah. So it's like, it's getting a little crazy, and then you hear some Zach Bryan, in the background. You're like, okay, maybe just take a breath.
Yes.
And just like, let's think about what's happening before we make a bunch of decisions.
Zach Bryan centers.
Yes.
I dig that.
So yeah, and it's that's, to me, that's an important aspect. I mean, it's those small details, like you said, that can really affect a beer. So if you make a rash decision, it can affect the whole process down the line, and you can not get the beer you're looking for. So.
If you would have told me at the beginning of this shoot that I'd be thanking Zach Bryan for the delicious beer, I would have told you. I would have told you you're crazy.
Maybe we can get him
here. We are.
Yeah, maybe we'll try to get him.
You are welcome here anytime you want to.
Zach,
we'll feed you full of beer.
Yeah.
I recommend the place. 2 thumbs up.
Yeah.